What's going on, guys? Aarava here, and welcome back to a brand new video today. And Codemasters have finally announced the final classic cars for F1 2017 with a kind of McLaren Icons trailer, and they're revealing the last three cars that were previously unannounced. This is good news for two things. One, obviously the actual cars themselves. There are some pretty nice ones, especially the last one, which I'll get to in a sec. But the second reason for me personally, and maybe for a lot of you guys, of why this is exciting that they finally finished the classic car announcements is because now, hopefully, one could hope that Codemasters now are going to be focusing on the 2017 cars, a bit more of the 2017 content, which obviously all of us, I feel like we're all very restless to really see some pure gameplay of that, and hopefully that will be coming in the next few weeks with, you know, obviously now the classic cars have all been announced with the announcement they've dropped today. So let's get into that anyway. So obviously we already knew the MP4 obviously Senna's McLaren basically was announced. That was kind of the first car that was already announced way back when they kind of, boom, bang, classic cars are in the game. That was the first car they announced. But now moving on to three cars they've not announced yet. The McLarens, we've got the 1991 McLaren Mp4 Six during the 1991 season. This was driven by the reigning world champion Ayrton Senna and Gerhard Berger, and was considered by some to be the most competitive car ever at the time, taking 8 wins, 10 pole positions, and scoring 148 points, with Senna winning his third and final world championship. Obviously, that's a pretty big car. Obviously, the last car Senna won a championship with, added to the list of obviously that very famous MP4, which probably he's more well known for, obviously, as he was partnering Prost at the time. But then we move on to the 1988 McLaren Mp4 13. This was the McLaren driven by Hakkinen and also partnered with David Coulthard. Obviously, Hakkinen winning his first World Drivers' Championship and McLaren securing their first Constructors' title since 1991. So basically, the last time they won it was that first car I just mentioned, the Mp4 Six, and then the next time they won the Constructors was this car. So pretty kind of big in the bookmark era for the kind of timeline of McLaren of winning the World Championships, and obviously Hakkinen winning his world title. That's a big one, obviously Mika Hakkinen loved by a lot of the F1 community. We actually saw him drive at the F1 London live event, which is pretty damn cool, and I think at the time me and Tom, he attended the event with me, just seeing him in person, just cool as ever. Like, it's exactly how you would think he would be, just cool as ice. And then we move on to the final car, which is a pretty big one in my opinion. I think it's a very tasty car to actually have in there, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of the fans of this driver that are going to be very happy to see this car in there, which is the 2008 McLaren Mp4 23. Obviously, the car driven by Hamilton and Kovalainen in the 2008 season. Obviously, it's the car Hamilton won his first title in, so I'm sure all the Hamilton fans out there are going to be very, very happy to kind of have that car, be able to drive that car. Obviously, it goes without saying that dramatic, famous finish we have is that Glock going slowly in Brazil and then overtaking the final corner to win the championship when Massa had already crossed the line. It's a very iconic car, not just for that race, but then also, obviously, Hamilton, it's his first championship here, and obviously he's in the championship fight right now, so it's kind of cool to have one of the fellow kind of title rivals in the main season right now in 2017 to have a classic car that he won a title in back then. And obviously the 08 car was a monster of a car. Obviously a lot of the cars are going to be monsters in relation to one another, but the 08 one, for me, it just looks like an absolute rocket ship. And I've said this in previous videos, obviously being very interested in aerodynamics, that sort of era of cars, the 08, the 07 cars, where you've literally got winglets coming out of everywhere and it looks like an actual rocket ship, whereas now you've got a bit of smoother cars. Obviously we're sort of getting back to that, and then if you go way back, it was very, very simple, and that's just not for my taste personally. I don't really like the simple look of those very, very older cars. I like the kind of rocket ship look from the 08 car, so I'm going to look forward to driving that one. But as I said, now this is all the classic cars. They're all done and they're all booked. So now, as I said, hopefully this is the start of there being some more 2017 content. I can tell you, I'm being completely honest, I have not heard anything. I don't know if we're going to be getting a trailer very soon. I don't know if we're going to be getting gameplay very soon. Trust me, as soon as I do get some 2017 stuff and I know about it, I will be telling you guys on Twitter about it. I will be making a video if it's worth making a video about. For now, I don't have anything else to really give, but that's been it for the F1 2017 kind of news for today. I guess a kind of short, snappy video about the last car reveals. So if you did enjoy it, hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Let me know if you are really interested in driving one of these McLaren cars. Obviously, there are a lot of iconic McLarens there of the past, obviously overshadowing the McLaren right now in the current season, as per usual. But do let me know if you are looking forward to driving one of those cars in the comments below. If you're new around here, then do get subscribed for weekly F1 content. I've been Aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.